Hi guys, so this is just going to be a quick video. A lot of you noted that you are running Windows, so this is just a quick setup video for Windows. The quality might kind of be crappy, so I'm going to throw the commands and a text doc associated with this, but hopefully this walkthrough will at least help you a little bit. So we're going to be installing Python, then I'm going to give you just a quick run through in terms of how to run it. So python.org, if we just go to Google and type in Python, it'll tell us, okay, python.org is where you want to go. It's python.org. Don't type .com, you'll get something very different. So when we come on here, there's a download link on the left-hand side, and you'll notice immediately that there are two different kind of trees here. We have the Python 3 tree, a couple different versions there, and then the Python 2.7.6 tree. So for this class, we're going to be using Python 3. Basically, there was a bunch of stuff that happened between 2 and 3, and 100% of the community used to be using the 2 tree, and when they made 3, this was probably 5 or 6 years ago, about 20% of the people kind of switched over to it, and the other 80% are still running Python 2, and they still update it and do development on it in parallel with developing Python 3, so the community's never really felt the need to switch over. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Python 3 just for the heck of it. So I'm going to come on here, and it's telling me it's got an x86 installer or an x86 64 installer. So I'm running 64-bit Windows. If you don't know, you can come in here and check on your computer. Let's just right-click on computer and go to properties. So mine just tells me it's 64-bit operating system right here under system type. So I'm going to go with the 64-bit Windows installer here. So save that file. Going to download here. Apparently quite slowly. It's 20 megs. Come on, Python. So as this downloads here, one other thing you can do is go and open a Notepad window. So I'm going to use Notepad when I'm on Windows just because, but you're going to need some type of very basic text editor. Some people use something like Notepad++, which is fine. I use Sublime Text on my Mac. It, I believe, has has a Windows one as well. It's free. It's a beta version, but it's free. If you want to use that to code in, basically you just need some very simple text editor without formatting, whether that's Notepad or Notepad++ or Sublime Text, that you can write your Python code in and not have it be distorted. If you want to use something like Aptana or Eclipse, if this is what you have experience with, Aptana, it's a customized version of Eclipse. If you know more about those and you want to use that full-on thing, go right ahead, but I'm not going to teach to that just because I think it's more overhead than you get worth out of it for what we're doing here. So again, I'm just going to use something simple. So when you see my other videos and I'm back on my Mac, you're going to see that I'm using Sublime Text, and the 3rd version is actually out now. So it'll look a lot like this screen when I type code in there. But here on Windows, simply Notepad is good enough for me. So let's see if that download's almost done. It says 30 seconds. It'll be the longest part of the video just for that. So let's see, 22 seconds. Come on. Alright. So I'm going to install it for all users. It asks where and this is important, you're going to need to remember this, so C Python 33, okay, that's fine with me. It asks what all I want to do here, and this bottom one is not ticked, but we want to do that. So go ahead and add will be installed on the local hard drive for that, and then just let the other stuff be as it is. This one will allow us to easily run Python programs, so go ahead and add that, and then just let it install. Okay, so it finished. 64-bit installer is good to go. Okay, so that worked. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to write a really simple program. It just says print parentheses quote hello comma world exclamation quote parentheses, and I'm going to save this file to my desktop. I'm just going to call it hello world.py. So under text documents, I'm just going to change to all files, and .py is the extension on this if you can't see that. So I'm just going to save that. And you'll see over here on my desktop this just popped up hello world.py. It's got the little Python icon. So in order to run this, I can double click on it and it'll run, but the window will close so quickly that you won't really be able to see it. That's not what you want. So we're going to come in here, to our start menu, or if you're on Windows 7 or Windows 8 rather, you just need to run the CMD. So it's Windows key R on the system, I believe. So just pop open the a command prompt. I just go here and type CMD. Yep, that's what I want, command. Okay, so you're going to need to learn a little bit of DOS maneuvering here. So we want the CD command is going to move us around, and dir is going to list the kind of folders and files and things that we're looking at. So by default, it just loads me to C /:/ users /Jake. Whereas I want to go to my desktop, that's where my files are. So I'm just going to CD here to the desktop and call it dir. Okay, well it shows me that I have this hello world.py. So what I should be able to do now is type in Python hello world.py. Alright, awesome. So once I do that and run it, it actually runs and shows my output here in this command prompt window. So this simple code that I had calling this print function that should print out hello world, and then it saved as Python. So then when I come in here into this command prompt, I say, okay, we have this file hello world.py, and I want you to run it through Python. If I tell it just to run, it works the same. So pretty cool. It actually knows what it is and what to do with it. So Windows is slowly getting better at things. Okay, so that's really all there is for this. Again, if you couldn't see a lot of the text on here, I'll throw it up in a text document associated with this video. So if you can get that far, if you have any questions, let me know. But it's really, you should just be installing Python, making sure that you click the little thing during the installation to add it to the path variable, and then just test out a very simple script within a command prompt to make sure that it got installed properly and works. Then once you have that foundation built, we can actually get into some coding, some algorithms, some things like that. But you need to be able to run this stuff first, the simplest stuff. So let me know if there's any questions on this, and I will help solve as needed. All right, thanks.